Hi guys, welcome to Learning Online with Prepclass. I am Tutor Chima. Now, as you see your screen, I believe you are seeing Jamb Biology 2015. So this tells you that we are going to be solving past questions on Jamb Biology for the year 2015. In our previous video, we solved questions 6 to 10. So today we'll continue this section and we'll be looking at questions 11 to 15. Please, if you've not seen the previous video, or the previous videos on this particular series, please go through our channel. We have lots of educational content, not just only on Jamb Biology 2015, on 2016, various subjects, mathematics, chemistry, physics, that will be very much interesting to you. Alright guys, before we proceed with today's program, please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can pause the video and click on the subscription button. Use our comment section to drop 1 or 2 comments. Like, share our videos so it will reach as much viewers. When you look below there, you also see a notification bell. I urge you to click it and activate it. Once that your notification bell is activated, you'll be the first to be notified whenever we have an educational content like this on our channel. Okay, so without wasting your time and talking too much, let us proceed with today's section, solving Jamb Biology 2015, questions 11 to 15. Question 11 says, in which of the following Nigerian states can mountain vegetation be found? In which of the following Nigerian states can mountain vegetation be found? Is it Bauchi? Is it Plateau? Is it Taraba? Is it Enugu? Of course, you should know it's Plateau. When you hear the word mountain vegetation, you know Plateau is like higher than the rest. So the correct answer is Plateau. A plateau is an extensive land area having a relatively level surface raised sharply above adjacent land on at least one side. It's higher than on one side. You get? So this is where we find a mountain forest. A mountain forest is characterized by low temperature, high rainfall, and high relative humidity. Trees are tall, but few and scattered. So the correct answer is plateau. It's in plateau that you are going to find a mountain vegetation or a mountain forest. That's for question number 11. Question number 12. Which of the following is true of cloning? Which of the following is true of cloning? A. It is welcomed as an ethical and morally sound science. B. It involves the asexual multiplication of tissues of the original body. C. The clone is similar but not exactly like the original organism. D. Only one cell of the original organism is needed to initiate the process. So which of them is true? Now, let us see what cloning is. Cloning is defined as the asexual reproduction of an organism using a DNA from the cell of a parent organism. The process of cloning has worked in many organisms but has recorded high failure rates in humans. Do you understand? In cloning, they just need a DNA. As you are, they can take your DNA from your mouth. I'll just take a cotton board we use in cleaning here. I'll put it in your mouth, rub it into your cheek, your chin or your cheek inside your mouth, and I've collected your DNA. Sample of your blood, I've collected your DNA. I can even collect your DNA from your hair. So it's just only the DNA that they need. They don't even need a cell. From the DNA, it passes through a series of processes before you know they'll develop it into the whole organism. Now you must understand that cloning involves the following process. One DNA from one cell. One DNA from one cell. 2 is an asexual reproductive process. It does not involve fusion of gametes. 3, production of offspring called clones, which are exactly alike with the original parent organism. So if they should make your clone will look exactly like you. Exactly like you in every aspect. Behavioral aspect, memory aspect, everything. That is how a clone should be. The exact replica of a particular organism is clone. So they've not recorded high success rates in humans, but they have been able to record high success rates in other animals like sheep and other lower animals like rats and so on. And also they have recorded high success in plants, but they are yet to record high success in humans. But it's not advisable, because I think I've read an article whereby the idea of bringing up cloning about human was completely cancelled. So I've watched movies where it is not welcome at all to what clone was humans. Are you following? So now, so cloning involves, like I said, one DNA from one cell, essential reproductive process, production of offspring called clones, which are exactly alike like the parents. So if you look here, they say which of the following is true of cloning? It is a welcome, ethical, and morally sound science. It's not completely ethical, especially cloning of humans, so we can't go with option A. It involves asexual multiplication of tissues of the original body. No, it only involves multiplication of the DNA. So it's the DNA that is used, not the tissue. C, the clone is similar but not exactly alike to the original organism. False. We have seen that clone is production of offspring called, or cloning involves production of offspring called clones, which are exactly alike with the original parent. So they must be exactly alike as the original parent. So option A, B, and C are wrong. D, only one cell of the original organism is needed to initiate the process. That is true. I say it involves one DNA from one cell. So the correct answer there is option D. Only option D is true of cloning. Only one cell of the original organism is needed to initiate the process. 13. The process of shedding the exoskeleton of an arthropod is known as, the process of shedding the exoskeleton of an arthropod is known as, is it ecdysis? Is it instar formation? Is it metamorphosis? Is it tagmosis? Let's see. What are arthropods? Arthropods include organisms, that is, arthropods are organisms that have what? Exoskeletons. Their skeletons are outside their body. And they include organisms like the insects, which are they include the insects, the arachnids like the spiders and scorpions, the crustaceans like the crabs, prawns, etc. So they usually shed off their old exoskeleton periodically so that their tissues can quickly grow before the new exoskeleton hardens. Now, this process whereby these organisms remove or shed off their old exoskeleton is known as molting or ecdysis. Are you following? So the process whereby these organisms shed off their old exoskeleton is known as molting or ecdysis. So the correct answer there is ecdysis. Do you understand? Very simple. 14. Which of the following is a major cause of constipation in humans? Which of the following is a major cause of constipation in humans? A, lack of roughage. B, vitamin B, vitamin E, lack of salt. Which of them cause constipation in humans? What is constipation? I didn't define it here, I'm sorry for that. Constipation simply means when you have difficulty in bowel movement. When you try to go to toilet and your physics is too strong, you try to use all your strength to push it out. And sometimes you may not even bring out anything, or you may bring out too little because the physics is just too hard. Lack of bowel movement. Your large intestine is not free. We call that condition constipation. And it is caused by lack of roughage in your diet. What is the roughage? Roughage is a portion of the plant foods that your body cannot digest. Example is leaves, vegetables, and fruits. And sometimes, like those of us that are maybe Easterners, even the Westerners, if you consume too much vegetable soup and you go to toilet, by the time you finish defecating and you try to flush, you still see particles of leaves from your vegetable you've eaten in that water closet. That simply means that your body system cannot digest those vegetables. Do you understand? We call those kind of food roughage. They are very important because they help in the growth of what beneficial bacteria in our digestive system, and they help to stimulate the easy movement of our what digestive system, especially our large intestine. Okay, so I say, however, it is an important food source for the beneficial bacteria, for the benefit of beneficial bacterial growth in your gut. Roughage stimulates movements of the bowels by providing bulk of the intestinal content. So they make your intestine to be free so that you can easily go to toilet. Lack of roughage is in the diet results to constipation. When you don't eat much vegetables every time, apple and the rice, before you know, you might have or develop what constipation. So roughage includes foods like green vegetables and fruits. So what causes constipation is a lack of roughage in our diet. I believe you understand that. Very simple, very simple. 15, and that's the last question for today. In mammals, the organ directly on top of the kidney is the in mammals. The organ directly on top of the kidney is it the adrenal gland? Is it the prostate gland? Is it the pancreas? Is it the thyroid gland? Which of these glands are directly on top of the kidney? Now, I've given you a structure of the endocrine glands. You can see the pineal body, hypothalamus, pituitary, thyroid gland. Pituitary is located under the hypothalamus, around the forehead region. Thyroid gland located at the neck. Parathyroid at the base of the neck. You can see the adrenal gland located on top of the kidney in both male and female. Pancreas, abdominal cavity, then we have the gonads. So you can see that from this picture, the gland that is located on top of the kidney is the adrenal gland. So adrenal gland is that gland that is located directly on top of the kidney, sitting on top of the kidney are the adrenal glands. So the correct answer there is adrenal gland. Adrenal gland are the glands sitting directly on top of the kidney. Alright guys, we've come to the end of today's section of Learning with Prep Class. We'll look at past questions on biology Jamb for the year 2015. We'll solve questions 11 to 15. We have dropped you with a link. We want you to type this link, bit.ly/PrepclassWhatsApp. Type it on your browser and load it. When you do so, it's going to take you straight to our WhatsApp group. When you join us on our WhatsApp group, you're getting updates, you're getting infos on the latest content we have on our channel. I believe you learned one or two things in this video. Today, you know that if you don't know that before, you know that the adrenal gland are directly on top of the thyroid gland. Today, you know that another name for molting, a process whereby an insect removes its old exoskeleton, is also what? Egg dialysis. So these are the two things I believe you will learn today. Please see the next video. So I'll leave you for now. Bye and do stay safe.